Hey there guys, welcome back. This week's video is probably not going to be quite up the homestead alley, I guess maybe era wise. It's going to be on shaving. Basically what you're looking at right here is my kind of recreation of a vintage shaving kit, like an old travel kit that one of the soldiers would carry in World War II, or you know, shoot, maybe a traveling salesman, something like that. But I kind of got the idea for this from a couple podcasts I listened to. One is Brush and Soap and Blade with Rick DeWeese, and he was talking about making an Altoids tin style kit like this for like his you know, going camping and doing things with his Boy Scout troop. And the other one was my friend Douglas Smythe at the How to Grow a Mustache Synergy Shaving Soap and the Mustache and Blade podcast. He was actually interviewing Matt Pasarczyk of the Razor Emporium up in Phoenix, and they were talking about vintage blades, and they ended up getting on the subject of travel tins and traveling kits and you know, different things like that. He actually showed me this was an actual miniature little shaving brush. Really freaking cool. I think it's like a 40s or 50s thing. Honestly, it's about the size of a like a chess pawn piece. I was actually going to try to work this into the kit, but it was just a tad too big. So right now I'm not going to work it into this one. If I build another one, I'm going to try to see if I can fit it in, because it's just too dang cool. So anyway, thanks Douglas for this. This was really cool. He sent me this along with some samples. But anyway, so that's kind of the inspiration for this. Oh yeah, and Douglas, he does the Synergy shaving soap, and if you haven't ever given this stuff a try, this is my go-to soap right now. Performance is unbelievable, and I mean, he's got just a bunch of different great smells and just top-notch stuff. So anyway, if you ever want to do it, that's a good one to try out. So okay, let's get to the kit. So I've got basically a couple different versions of this. The first version, as you'll see, I have this little tin on the top, and I really liked Synergy shaving soap's tin so much that I kind of felt like I needed to have a tin. So this is actually attached by a magnet, and it's actually a Synergy shaving soap that I just mashed inside there. I cut a piece out and mashed it in, and then you'll see there's a magnet underneath there. And believe it or not, this was an old like a hand cream tin I took from my wife's makeup drawer. It used to be blue, but I sanded all the paint off, so now it's a nice brushed aluminum. It kind of has that same look. So anyway, so that's the shaving soap right there, and we'll break into the kit now. Okay, so it's just a standard Altoids style tin. And basically I've included a three-piece razor in there. I've made a couple modifications, but this is what I'm calling my deluxe one. So as I mentioned before, I couldn't really fit this one in there, but I kind of, you know, for a deluxe travel kit, I wanted to have the flexibility of a brush. So I got this natural bristle paintbrush, trimmed the sides, took the handle off, and then just sanded and you know, kind of brought that down to an appropriate size. And believe it or not, with this tin, it actually, as you can see, I've done it a few times, it whips out a pretty good lather. So obviously maybe not as good as your Badger brush or your full-size bore brush, but man, it worked pretty darn good as well. So I'll set that to the side. Next thing I have here is a small chunk of an alum block or an alum block. You know, just for irritation, different things like that, like styptic pencil stuff. I've got my Edwin Jaeger DE89. This is just your standard three-piece razor. Got that there. It fits in real nice. I'll tighten that down. And then, since I'm calling this the deluxe version, I've got two glass vials that you could either put cologne in or aftershave, some astringent, balm. You name it, you know. But anyway, basically just to give you an idea in case you want to try to make one of these. So in addition to that, I've got a couple built-in features. Obviously, you see the mirror there. Kind of got to have that, you know, paying homage to the old soldiers and traveling guys of the 40s. You know, if you're camping and, you know, I mean, generally when I camp, I let the beard grow, but, you know, I'm sure some guys want to keep clean shaven, or, you know, maybe you're going to go from camping straight to work and you want to have that good shave on. So got the mirror there. I epoxied a magnet in this lid, and you'll see these are extra blades. So this can hold 4 extra blades right there, and they're just on with a magnet. So they kind of hold them nice and compact right up there. And then built into the kit, I've got my a little hook. So this kind of goes back to that vintage deal of the soldiers using it. So you could either hang this on a you know, side of a barn, or a tent, or a tree, or in my case maybe a cactus. But anyway, just a super simple way to attach that to something. And then I'll close this tin up and I'll show you kind of the super deluxe thing I'm kind of most proud of. If you see on the back there where there's a little screw there, a little machine screw, I've cut a small little notch. See if I can get that to focus in on you. And that is a blade bank. So I kind of always thought the blade bank was cool, of the old vintage shaving things. So if you get this here, put your blade in, and then you slide it in, and if you'll listen, you'll hear like a little snap. There you go. So you heard that snap. So that machine screw actually holds a piece of aluminum that curves down like that, and it holds the blades flat to the bottom. As you'll see, nothing rattles in there. But I've tested it with about 8 different blades, and it basically keeps your old used blades safe from everything else until you're you know, ready to, you know, empty out the blade bank. So anyway, that's it. I thought that was kind of a cool addition. I just cut that with a Dremel. Nothing real crazy, but kind of unique. So I'll show you the second little, you know, if you don't want to carry the brush and the tin on top, you want to keep this thing like super sleek. We'll take this guy, I'll just throw the razor back in there just so you can kind of see it. You can even have the brush, but you don't need it. Basically, this would be if you just want to use the tin alone. So you see these two discs? They're actually slices of this vintage shaving stick. This is actually made by Synergy Shaving Soaps and Douglas Smythe for the Razor Emporium in Phoenix. But basically what they did is recreated an old-time shaving stick. Basically, guys would peel off the aluminum foil, whip up a lather on their face, directly on their face. But so I just, you know, I couldn't fit it in the kit, so I cut a couple chunks off. You can add them in there. And you can either mash them in a bowl and use the brush, or just lather them up in your hand like regular bar soap. So just another option. And then to really get with the camping flair, I've got a little LED light that's got a constant on feature too. So you could turn the constant on feature, hang this up, and stick the LED light in there to, you know, give yourself some light. You know, it's a little bit of a novelty thing, but I thought it was cool, and it fits. So that's kind of the super sleek version. Close it up. You know, thing can fit in a pocket, backpack. Super simple. As you can see, really small, compact little kit. So that's about it. I'll show you maybe a couple pictures of hanging this guy off a cactus or something like that, just to kind of give you a little flair of what it's about. So anyway, just hold on one second and I'll show you a couple pictures of this guy in use outdoors. So thanks for watching, by the way.